Welcome to the Ravens Space on YouTube. My name is Jason, and this is a Ravens Space Daily, where we talk about Baltimore Ravens news every single day. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe to our channel so you can get great Baltimore Ravens videos. We'll hop right in with the news of the day. So the first news story comes from BaltimoreRavens.com, and it talks about Joe Flacco and whether or not he can become a Hall of Famer if he wins another championship. And so this is a topic that I want you guys to comment on and let me know, because it's going to be a strong topic for me, I think. So now there's two ways to look at it. One is by stats, right? And the other one is by championships. And of course, it's a mix of both. And you have to pick which is more important to you. And I say this because right as of today, Joe Flacco is not a Hall of Famer. One championship, middling stats, one great run in the postseason. He's not a Hall of Famer. Now, can he become a Hall of Famer? If he wins another championship, I will still be on the side of no. In my opinion, again, this is my opinion, championships are important, but the Hall of Fame is an individual honor and football is a team game. And you guys know what I mean is that, you know, a player like Dan Marino is better than Joe Flacco, right? And Dan Marino has 0 championship rings. Now, again, you have to be great consistently in order to make it the Hall of Fame, in my opinion. And I only want the best of the best to be in the Hall of Fame. And to me, Joe Flacco should not be a Hall of Famer. Joe Flacco was never the best quarterback in the NFL. And that's just the truth. I don't think Eli Manning should be a Hall of Famer. Eli Manning was never the best quarterback in the NFL. Eli Manning was always a good quarterback, but in order to be a Hall of Famer, I think, in my opinion, you have to be the best. But nowadays, I take the Hall of Fame less seriously, and I'm going to continue to take it less seriously as long as Terrell Owens is not in the Hall of Fame, because he is one of the best receivers of all time by his numbers. And so if he's not in the Hall of Fame, what does it matter to be in the Hall of Fame? But Joe Flacco was never one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. And because of that, I don't think I can call him a Hall of Famer, even if he wins another championship. Now, when you get into 3 championship territory, then the winning starts to get on par with everything else. And we'll revisit this conversation at that time. But as of today, if he wins another championship, I would have to say no to Joe Flacco's Hall of Fame status. I love Joe Flacco. I think, of course, he'll be in the Baltimore Ravens Ring of Honor. I think that, you know, if the Ravens want to honor him, they can in any way they want, as long as it's, you know, not a statue, because if Ed Reed doesn't have a statue, no one else should get a statue. Just putting it out there as well. But I really do not think Joe Flacco is a Hall of Famer at this moment if he wins another ring. Now, if he gets 3 rings, then we can have a conversation about it, because then that's a serious thing. 3 rings kind of to change my mind a little bit. So let me know how you guys feel in the comments below. Do you think Joe Flacco is a Hall of Famer if he wins another ring? Now, we'll go on to the next story of the day. And the next story discusses the Ravens and Victor Cruz. If you guys don't know, Victor Cruz, who used to play for the New York Giants, he has a salsa dance when he scores a touchdown. He made it very popular. It was like the dab before the dab from Cam Newton. And there's a mutual interest between the Ravens and Victor Cruz. And so there's 2 things I got from this. One, so it's either Victor Cruz or Anquan Boldin. It won't be both. It can be both. I do think they want to give Moore a shot some way. I think they want to give Campanero a shot some way. They want to give Keenan Reynolds a shot some way. They want to give some of these undrafted rookies a shot. And so if you get Anquan Boldin and Victor Cruz, you know, these players don't get on the field because you're bringing in more money in order to accommodate them. So in my mind, it's either Victor Cruz or Anquan Boldin. Now, the second thing is that this has me a little worried about some of the players on our roster at wide receiver. Because if Victor Cruz comes in, they're not going to get a chance to shine as much. Chris Moore will be affected by Victor Cruz's signing. Camp, someone in the comments told me the other day that they think I underestimate Camp. I don't think I underestimate him. because I think his highest potential is a good slot, right? And, I'm a little worried. He's not like a Julian Edelman who came in as a slot and then is also a good, 1 or a good 2. So I think he's just an okay player. We'll see. I think Victor Cruz, if he comes in, he plays a slot. When Victor Cruz is at his height, he was the best slot receiver in the NFL. So we'll see where that goes. Let me know what you guys think. Do you want Victor Cruz to be on the Ravens over Anquan Boldin? I would love to hear you guys in the comments below. And then the last news story of the day comes from the Bleacher Report, where they talk about each NFL major injury that, they have questions about. And for the Baltimore Ravens, the major injury, of course, is Marshall Yanda. It's, concerning because Marshall Yanda was injured. He had a shoulder issue last year. However, Yanda still played awesome, made a Pro Bowl while injured, and was still rated the best offensive lineman in the league by Pro Football Focus. So it shows how great Marshall Yanda is. I think Marshall Yanda is a Hall of Famer. And he'll be back next year, but it's about when in the training camp process. And so there's a quote from John Harbaugh that says he'll be ready for training camp 100%. He told that to Jamison Hensley in March. So it's very, very positive for Marshall Yanda to come back and be a contributor to the Ravens. Again, the injury wasn't as serious as we would have thought when it first happened, because, again, he played a majority of the games last season with the torn shoulder. So, again, Yanda will be back. He'll be ready to play, hopefully. And that's all the news stories I have today. It was a slower news day. I want to remind you guys that Raven Space mailbag will be happening on Monday. And also, we're going to be answering a question from one of you guys' questions that you send in starting Monday. So there'll be a mailbag episode, and also I'll answer questions at the end of each episode starting on Monday. So please send all the questions in to theravenspace@gmail.com. Thank you guys so much, and go Ravens.